Before we get started with the video today, guys, I want to let you viewers out there know that only a small fraction of you guys currently watching are actually subscribed to my channel, so make sure to smash that subscribe button for instant updates about videos that I release and other announcements, and also smash that like button to help my channel out. Enjoy the video. Yo, what is up guys? It is Samool here, back with another Epic 7 YouTube guide for you guys, and today I'm going to be talking about a currency that a lot of new and mid-game players really struggle to farm. And that currency is going to be silver transmit stones. Now, if you guys didn't know already, silver transmit stones are very important to farm. You want to have a good supply of them because you're going to end up spending some every single week. And where do you spend them? If you guys aren't spending them already, make sure you go to the shop here, go to transmit stone, and every single week, guys, you're going to want to buy the Molagora at the very least. And then this equipment conversion gem selection chest. This is very, very good to craft your speed main stat boots. Because, you know, crafting right side gear is kind of hard, so you want to use these chests to get the main stat that you want on your right side pieces, and it makes crafting a lot easier. Also, this ego fragment, you're going to need to buy a lot of these over time. You don't have to buy them every single week, but you want at least like a decent supply of them. I'd say like at least 3, because you need this to imprint your concentration on your units, so you can switch between the team imprint and their self imprint, and sometimes the self imprint, most of the time the self imprint is better. So you'll see I have 55 saved up. I actually think that's a bit low. Just because some weeks you're not going to be able to farm that much, but you guys really need to understand how to farm these pretty efficiently and take every opportunity you can to get them. Now, besides these 3 items though, the Mola, Ego Fragment, and the chest, I don't really recommend buying any of this. I know the artifact charms are tempting, but unless you have a lot of silver transmit stones left over, I wouldn't really recommend buying this because these are kind of expensive, and definitely the charm sets are not worth it. For accessories, because accessory charms are farmable through hunts. You can just get the fodder that way, or even through raid and labyrinth. Penguins are probably one of the biggest scams in the game for silver transmit stones. Do not buy them. And the Giga Phantasma is also a scam in my opinion, because EXP is super easy to farm now with the penguin mileage system. So make sure you buy these 3 items if you can every week, barring I guess the Ego Fragment, which is up to you when you guys need it. But yeah, at least the Mola and the chest. Now, how the heck do you get silver transmit stones? Now, I'm sure everyone has told you guys, the way to get silver transmit stones is going to be from transmitting your 3-star units. Now, the thing is, when you're an early game, mid-game player, you're not going to just want to transmit every single 3-star, right? You're going to want to aim to get these imprints. Like you see this Alexa imprint here, right? It's pretty decent. Attack buff to the entire team. If I imprinted it, right, she'd have or not imprinted, concentrated it, it'd be 144 attack, which is pretty decent, right? So 3 stars have pretty decent imprints, so you're going to want to aim to get all of your 3 stars to SSS, because they're really easy to get to SSS, because 3 stars are very common, and you really want to get the maximum effect, especially in PvE for early game. You want just as many stats as you can. Now, while you're imprinting everything though, once you get it to SSS though, you're actually going to want to transmit the unit. Now, the reason why I say you want to get to SSS, even if you don't plan to use that unit, guys, is going to be because there is a quest in the Reputation tab in the lobby where you actually get bookmarks for actually SSSing units. You actually get a large amount. So like every 2 or 3 SSS units you have, or get to SSS, I'd say, you actually get like 20 bookmarks, which is like a huge amount, right? And it's very, very low investment, right? You just get your extra units that you pulled and you just imprint them together. And then after you get it to SSS, guys, if you're not planning to use that unit, you can actually transmit it like this, you know, and then get your 8 transmit stones, and you basically don't lose any transmit stones from the imprint copies you get, and you basically will start getting a pretty decent supply of your silver transmit stones. Very easy to farm during like the free summon events, or when you're pulling on banners, you get a lot of random 3 stars, and make sure you are transmitting these 3-star units, especially when you get them to SSS to fill out that quest as well. Now the thing is, what if you actually plan to use that unit, right? Well, actually you want to keep 1 unit at an SSS copy. Like let's say I'm planning to use Helen, so what I would do is keep this and lock it, and then any other Helen I get, I will do the same process, right? I'll get the other copy of Helen to SSS as well, and then I'll transmit that. Now, some people do recommend keeping an SSS copy of every 3-star. I kind of don't really care about that too much, especially for units that you don't plan to use, because 3-stars, although they do get specialty changes, they usually get teased really early, right? So the next specialty change unit that's coming out is Pilus, right? So Pilus, once you see her specialty changes coming out, then you can start saving her copies, right? Maybe for MLs, you actually want to keep all the copies. I think for ML, since they're a little bit hard to pull, right, you can keep one copy at SSS, but for like RGB units, especially like Melanie, right? Let's say Melanie was getting a specialty change. You can actually just like transmit her after you get her to SSS right away if you don't plan to use her, because 3-star units, especially RGB 3-stars, are super easy to get, right? You can pull them on literally everything. So don't like stockpile these if you're not going to use them. Just use them for your silver transmit stones, especially if you're running low on silver transmit stones. Now, I'm not saying just transmit everything, guys. If you do plan to use a unit, then you actually want to actually hold on to it. And also, some people will do what I'm doing here. Like you see I have 2 Penelope copies. I actually plan to use Penelope. So what I'll do is wait till I have 4 copies. I'll level this up to 30, and then I can imprint it while promoting it as well. Just stuff like that. But yeah, very, very important to get your silver transmit stones, guys. You really need them because the Molagora is going to be the biggest reason why you'll be not able to gear your characters. Like if I scroll up here, guys, you'll see that the units I built that I use a lot aren't even plus 15 that should be plus 15, right? So you'll see like Rem, right? Rem is a very powerful PvP unit. She's stuck at plus 12. The thing is, she's very good at plus 15 because she does a lot of damage and she uses all of her skills very well. And they all give her damage increases. But, you know, I'm just trying to save out on Molagora and I molded her S2, right? But, you know, if you're buying your Molagora every single week with silver transmit stones and from the other stores and you have a good supply, then you can afford more to Rem and then plus 15er. So very important to get your silver transmit stones to buy your Molagoras. And also very important to get your conversion gem chests, which I didn't touch on too much because they will be the biggest source of your necklaces, rings, and boots. Like for example, if I go to my boots here, right? Look at my boots. They're all of the equipment conversion ones, right? You'll see I have way more of those. Like if I scroll down, there's even more, right? There's more of these than regular boots, right? That you can see. So yeah, make sure you're buying that out. Silver transmit stones are very important, and it's a very common thing that newer players overlook. So make sure you do not overlook it, and make sure you transmit those units after you get them to SSS, right? Because you want to fill out that quest here, which I'll show you right now. It'll be at the bottom because I actually finished it, but you'll see that it is going to be this one, reliable support. You can't see the reward here, but I think at the last rank it was 20 bookmarks, or a little bit more actually, so you actually get so many summons, so make sure you do it, and then imprint. Now, another source of silver transmit stones that a lot of people don't know about is going to be penguins. Now, it's not from every single penguin actually, it's going to be from the epic penguins only. So I don't actually have an epic penguin, but I have the newbie penguin and experienced penguin. So usually I keep these if I can, but the epic penguins I will always sell for gold because the epics will give you a decent amount of gold and a silver transmit stone. So the epic penguins I really recommend selling because it is an easy way to get transmit stones, but the newbie and experienced, just keep those as your EXP fodder and you'll be fine. Now that's pretty much it for how to get silver transmit stones. There's other sources as well, like side story, right? You can get them from world boss, but these are the sources that don't rely on RNG and that are mostly going to be under your control. So make sure you farm it this way. This is going to be the most reliable source. It's going to be through epic penguins and from summoning on banners and getting your 3-star units and imprinting them to SSS and then transmitting them, except the ones that you do plan to use. I hope this video helped you out, guys, and as always, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps my channel out a lot, and I'll see you guys next video.